Today I'm watching Angel, Season 4, Episode 11. The previous episode was insane. This shaman created this fake reality to bring back Angelus. They think Angelus is the key to defeating this demon, this beast that, seems impossible. They can't find any research about it. We thought there was a sword in the previous episode. That turned out to not be true. Angel and Cordelia were getting back together, but again, all this was happening in Angel's mind and not in reality, because if you know anything about, Angel's lore or, even the Buffy universe, the last time Angelus came back was when he slept with Buffy, and we did hear him call out Buffy's name as him and Cordelia were starting to sleep together, and that's what I was worried about. And of course, that's the trick that they used to basically convince, Angel's mind that he had reached this moment of happiness. They did say the shaman would be able to put Angel's soul back, which I hope can happen, but again, it's hard to really know with this show because obviously the whole last episode was, entirely made up and didn't actually happen except for a few scenes at the beginning and the end. We thought they had killed the beast with Connor. That turned out not to be true. So yeah, I'm very curious to see where we're gonna go. The sun is still gone. This apocalypse is definitely looming in the background. So I'm very curious and very worried to see where this is going to go, especially now that Angelus is back. He is always the worst. So I'm not looking forward to seeing this version of Angel. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Yeah, obviously crime is just increased tenfold now that the sun is gone.
Let me guess, out of towners?
Yeah, Tucson.
Yeah, and it's drawing in, vampires from other cities.
Welcome to LA.
Goodbye! See you later.
Tourists.
Yeah, Connor's taking up this vampire hunting. Oh, and now he's greatly outnumbered. Time to run, kid.
Angel's solo floaty like that kind of makes me crazy.
Oh, yeah, it's not forever, Sugar Plum. We're just borrowing it.
Yeah, I'd put that in a safe place. You don't want someone to drop it. Cheese and rice. I couldn't even imagine. Two hands. No kidding.
Angel's soul, putting it in a jar. Hope we know what we're doing.
If Angelus knows how to destroy the beast, that's all we've got.
I don't think he's going to tell you, though. Yeah, exactly.
Before Angelus was ensouled, his viciousness was mythic. You all know his history.
Killing, maiming, torture.
Puppies.
To name a few. Yeah, exactly.
Drop your guard. If he succeeds, even for an instant, we're all dead.
Yeah, he won't think twice about hurting them. He doesn't care about anything when he's like this.
He'll exploit everything Angel knows about me and go for the jugular. Whatever he's got.
Can he hear them? Oh, come on.
You go into the woods tonight. You won't believe your eyes.
I'm surprised the shaman made it out. I thought they were going to destroy him, and then we really wouldn't have a way to get his soul back. Even he just looks, like, darker. Like, he's got these dark, circles under his eyes. Like, he just looks more menacing.
Open book. Anything you want to know. How sweet that virgin gypsy tasted.
Oh, God. Oh, Angelus.
We could start there.
Don't be coy, Wes. You're just dying to know about the big beastie.
Okay, so he already knows what they're looking for?
Why wouldn't Angel remember?
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't remember the good times. Maybe he won't let himself.
Yeah, I wonder if he's, like, blocked out that memory?
Couldn't be happy unless the whole gang's pitching in.
So he killed the beast in this fantasy.
Had to.
Yeah, they wouldn't know what happened. Yeah.
You'll bend her over the kitchen counter and...
That's supposed to rattle me.
Yeah, I think Wesley's a little bit more prepared this time and isn't really going to let this stuff get to him. I mean, maybe easier said than done, but...
To an adversary.
Bet he loves to rub that shiny, bald head against her soft, milky skin.
Oh my god, I did not miss him at all. He's the worst.
Charles, remember, we can't believe anything Angelus says.
How about the stuff that's true? Can we believe that?
Yeah, Gunn knows something, obviously.
He's not the only one that's getting.
Charles.
I know. I know.
Yeah, Gunn and Fred haven't seen Angelus before, so...
Hard to keep track.
If he was an enemy, I'd be doing you a favor, destroying him.
I don't think Angelus is going to give anything up for free or willingly.
You can rot down here.
Nice stamina, Wes. No wonder Fred's not interested.
Yeah, Angel wants something in return, Avi. Or Angelus wants something in return to do this.
Seeing all those idiots flock around him, calling him a champion. Anyone ever call you a champion?
He's trying really hard to play into Wesley's, insecurities, but I'm hoping Wesley can be stronger. Oh, my.
What a goodie. Faith.
Wow. Yeah, that did not work out.
Beach.
And you managed to get your soul back not once but twice, saving the world several times in the process. Nobody's perfect.
Then there's kidney.
He's using all the good stuff Angel did against him.
We can't. I love you, but you were so bad.
He's so good at being such a jerk. It's just such a convincing performance, but he's such an asshole.
Into lies.
Which do you think is worse, Wes?
Stealing my kid like you did. Or banging him.
Oh, and now everybody knows. Oh, shoot. Truth mixing with the lies.
Connor.
Well, now that's just ridiculous. Connor's Angel's son. It will be like sleeping with your own...
And it happened. She's not denying it, so...
Connor, what happened? Are you alright?
They're coming from all over. Too many to fight.
What's he gonna do when he sees Angelus, though? That's gonna go badly.
Don't have a boss.
You might want to tell Wesley that.
Yeah, Gunn and Fred aren't used to Angelus's ways, so I hope they can withstand it.
I can't help myself. It's so gripping.
This coming from a guy who can't get any.
He's got you there.
Step back.
Please tell me they're not going to open the cage. Like, there has to be an easier way. Just shove it, on the floor or something. Let's not take our chances. Especially with Fred, who's not used to dealing with him. Or just move the cart close enough that he can reach it, and then run away. Oh, come on!
Might get some now.
Cheese and rice. How did we not see this coming, everybody? Come on. You had to send down the rookies. Okay, good night, Angelus. They won't be having any more conversations with him for a while.
You played right into his hands. Never drop your weapon.
Thanks.
Yeah, they clearly don't, they underestimate how powerful he is, and now hopefully they figured it out. Glad Wesley was there to save the day.
Somebody has to.
Connor, you're exhausted. You said yourself there were too many...
I want to get out of here. Okay?
I don't think it's a good idea for him to talk to Angelus, so...
Be with me. Fine, you're not. But don't tell me what to do.
Well, this hasn't been awkward at all. Yep. Yeah, there's too many vampires for Connor to take on his own, but he obviously doesn't want to stick around here.
What about you?
Yes. Which is very sweet. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yes, there is.
Oh my. He's like, yeah, I'm not denying it. Oh my. Neither is Fred. Okay. I don't think Gunn's gonna be able to hide his feelings.
Hey, who's watching the...
Would have been 10 seconds earlier.
What's going on?
Oh, she's not gonna tell him.
Of course not. Charles, you're right. The monitor.
You better tell me what the hell I just walked in on.
Each other's mouths. Yes.
Every time you need help, like I'm not good enough.
No, that's not... This isn't the time.
I'm telling you. Stay away from her.
She wasn't really pushing him away either, but yeah, Wesley is not helping things. They got bigger things to worry about right now than fighting over Fred. And Angelus is exactly what he wanted, you know. They might not have reacted in front of him, but clearly he can hear everything still and causing this trouble.
Throw some more blame around. It's what you're best at.
You want to say that again?
Oh, God.
Face it, Gunn, you can't give her what she needs.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Cheese and rice.
Stop it! This is insane! Doing exactly what Angelus...
Yeah, exactly. He planted the little seeds in your brain. Oh! He hit Fred. Oh my gosh. I know it was an accident, but still. Oh no. These two need to get their poop in a group. Connor. No, 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 no.
Looks good on you.
Son.
So did Cordy.
She looks good.
Wow, 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 wow. Throwing that around.
It's fine by me.
Darla felt the same way. Made her sick.
Bringing his mother into this? Oh, God.
So, she jammed a stake in her own heart, just so she wouldn't have to hear your first whiny breath.
That's not what happened at all. Oh, poor Connor.
Doing your mom and trying to kill your dad. There should be a play.
Macbeth, perhaps?
How you try to hurt me. How you weren't my real dad, just some animal in a cage.
I hope he actually, like, listens and doesn't...
Forced to wear. You're my real father.
What? Where is he going with this? He's never met Angelus before. What? Is he just using this to try and get information? What's going on?
You'd like that.
You couldn't take me anyway.
Is he trying to, like, manipulate him? But, yeah.
Don't disappoint Daddy.
Connor.
Oh, God. I was very worried. He was getting real close to that cage. Yeah, and how much of that did she hear exactly?
Get what? Wouldn't mind the car. I hear the new Mustang is nice.
Yeah, he's not going to do this for without nothing. Like, he wants something in return.
Better ride than a Mustang.
Me.
Oh, that was poorly set up. Oh, my.
No more stalling, no more games. You tell us what you know. You get me?
What does that even mean? Like,
Time. We're out of ideas. You're the end of the line.
Wes was better at buttering me up.
yeah, they wouldn't have done this without exercising every other option
Be a
first.
champion.
I'm trying so hard to forget.
Sometimes a sacrifice needs to be made.
Is she offering herself as a sacrifice? Yeah.
Other than the obvious.
Tell us about the beast, and you can do whatever you want.
I don't like this plan. No.
You're lying.
Yeah, she'd get the information.
Than anyone. So when you look at me, you know I'm not lying.
This seems like a very bad idea all around. Like, well, come on. Hey, are you going to be able to trust anything that he says?
So you were in Prussia.
You have been doing your homework.
I hope we get some flashbacks. It doesn't look like it, but I hope so. I love those.
Must be the pastries. Worth the trip. All that sweetness gets into their blood.
I don't think you could, like, yeah, he's gonna lie. Like, how can you believe what he says?
Started feeling like someone was watching me. There were troops around. I'd run into them.
Okay, we do get flashbacks. I was wondering. Yeah, this is the vision that Cordy had.
Cleverly call the beast. We had a lot in common.
Oh, God. So grim.
He'd been watching me. He staged the carnage to impress me.
Well, that's a horrible way to form friendship.
Be my enemy. Join with me, Angelus.
And?
Oh, God. Oh, what? What?
I could have been more diplomatic with my refusal, but I'm not big with teamwork.
So he came back all this time?
The passing out.
Slarf demon, spell mantra, shrill gong technique, but nothing on the Savea priestesses.
Yeah, I'm curious how much of that is true. Like, how much of that can you trust?
Got banished.
Translation. Something like big, hard thing.
Well, that's specific and helpful. Haha.
So where do we find these banishing babes, and how fast can they get to L.A.?
About 25 minutes, depending on traffic.
The phone book? What? Oh my god. The entire family. Oh, that's so horrible. Of course, they just get a lead. They're just on this trail of these priestesses and a massacre. The body count in these past few episodes has been absolutely insane. Yeah.
Again.
How does the beast know exactly what we're gonna do? It's like he's psychic.
Yeah, they said he was always a few steps ahead.
Going all chanty on Angel, it was already too late.
I mean, they've been here like this.
Oh, this poor family. That's so sad. Oh, nobody noticed.
Then we should call the police. Banishment incantation, at least.
Okay, that's a step. Maybe they can use that.
Beast.
Seems so.
Dad's birthday. Come on, stop. Connor's obviously upset about this whole situation because it's so messed up. Oh my gosh. For days. Yep, he's puking in the bushes.
Family.
Oh my god. Okay. Like they don't have enough going on. Let's cue a quick vampire attack. Cheese and rice. Bye. Garbage day. Oh, just running him over.
If you go into the woods tonight, you won't believe your
So
eyes.
relaxed.
If
Like
you
he's not even in a cage.
What is he singing also? Like, is he going into the woods? What is happening?
If Angelus can't help us.
It's time to bring back Angel.
Yeah, if you've got all the information, then what's the point of just keeping him like this?
Rough night.
We'll need the shaman.
Yeah, I want Angel gone as quickly as possible. Let's get Angel back, please.
We save the world, you get me. Well, world not saved.
Yeah, his information didn't, like, it helped him to the priestesses at least, but, and they've got this little bit of the banishing spell, so hopefully they can use that, but obviously, yeah, he wasn't able to fix it like they wanted. They had to try.
Love a woman with nice, ripe thighs.
Making a lot of threats for a guy in a steel box.
That's... What? Angel's soul.
Don't tell me, don't tell me. Where the frick did it go? They're the only ones who knew it was in there. So where the frick is his soul? Come on, I knew it wasn't going to be that easy. But who took the soul? Why? How? So many questions. Come on. Cheese and rice. Who's wandering around with a soul? Just casual. So that was my first time watching Angel, season 4, episode 11. I think it was an interesting episode given how much we know about Angelus. We did have a few flashback scenes. We finally saw the full extent of Cordelia's vision with Angel meeting the beast and seeing, all the bodies, and that the beast had heard of Angelus and was trying to impress him, but Angelus turns down, his offer to kill these priestesses, which I don't know why, but again, it's hard to know how much of it was actually true. I feel like he gave them all the information he had. I feel like he was being honest. It's just hard to 100% trust that, but we did see the flashback. It was exactly like Angelus, describes. This beast clearly was banished at some point because he disappears, and obviously he was able to track down the priestesses, so that makes me wonder how this beast was brought back. But obviously, since the beast is back, he was able to find these priestesses and kill them. And it was before, around the same time that Angelus was becoming Angelus. So he wasn't really involved. And again, when they realize that they kind of have everything that they need from him, they try and turn him back to Angel. I didn't think it would go smoothly. I wasn't expecting the soul to disappear. But who has it? The only people who knew where it was the people in the room, with the exception of Connor, and he's the one I think, if anybody, would take it, because the way he was talking to Angelus was very much like, you're my true father, and again, there's so much manipulation back and forth, and there's so much of our main group of people trying to withstand the manipulation from Angelus. You know, we hear Wesley say he's been doing this research, he's been waiting, his whole life for this interaction, basically, and they're trying their best not to let what Angelus is saying affect them. And, Wesley, I think, is a lot more confident and maybe has a little bit more tools in his belt than when he first met Angelus. So maybe isn't as flustered, as he would have been back then by the things Angelus is saying. But again, where is his soul? Who has it? Like, did the beast somehow sneak in and take it? We know he can move in, undetected and very quietly. So did he somehow sneak past everybody and they don't remember? Like, they were all watching the monitor to see, what was going on with Angelus in the cage. I can't see anybody else, taking it. Like, what would be their motivation for taking it? They're all, in agreement that it's time to bring Angel back, and that, Cordy goes down there and is taunting him, being like, you're going to go away forever. You're never going to come back. We're going to reinstate this soul. And, Angelus obviously was very much against that, but that's normal. I wasn't really surprised by his responses, but yeah, I didn't think it would be easy. My guess was going to be more when the shaman was trying to put this soul back, that something would happen. And the fact that Angelus just let the shaman leave the cage felt a bit convenient. Like, he just walks on out and, that's the end, I guess. We don't see that, but obviously he was Angelus when the shaman was standing in there. So anyway, not a major point of the episode, but yeah, it was an interesting episode, I think, from a performance standpoint. Of course, our main character, Angel, is great, and playing Angelus as well. He's so good at being this jerk, and it's nice to see him kind of flex those muscles. We've had a few episodes where he kind of takes on different personas, not recently, but kind of over the courses of the seasons, and he hasn't played Angelus in a very long time, so to see him bring back that character, as much as I hate that character and think he's the worst, to see him get to perform in this way that is so unlike Angel was interesting to see. And of course, he's just so good at playing such an asshole, and he's so convincing, and he just makes it really easy to hate him, which I think is the job as an actor. You're supposed to convince the audience that you are this person, and he does such a great job playing both sides of it, Angelus and Angel. And the whole episode, for the most part, takes place in this cage. He's not out, causing chaos that I know he wants to be. He's just stuck, and you kind of have almost like a stage play. You have these, one-on-one conversations. Wesley goes down and talks to him. Cordelia goes down. Connor, Gunn and Fred have their horrible interaction. But it felt more like a play where you're, more caught up in the dialogue and less in the action. Obviously, we had Connor out there fighting the vampires, which seemed to be more and more rampant, and that horrible scene, with the priestesses and their family. But other than that, the main focus was obviously at the hotel with this cage and trying to get as much information out of Angel as we could. And I didn't really believe Cordelia would give herself up. And of course, we see at the end, she's not going to. His information obviously led them to the priestesses, but unfortunately they're passed away, and they did find a little piece of a banishing spell. So hopefully they can use that, or at least use that to lead them to more information, in the next episode. But yeah, I was not expecting Cordelia to just hand herself over to Angelus. Like, that would be horrible. And all of this build up to, Angelus knowing the beast. Their interaction obviously was so small and so minor, like Angelus turning down this offer, which doesn't really seem like him, which I'm surprised he said no to. And why wouldn't he want this creature to owe him a favor at some point? I don't know. Like, Angelus is kind of reckless, and, you never really know which direction he's going to go, but he usually chooses, the path of most destruction. So, we have that flashback, and he's knocked out and doesn't really see what happens. Obviously, the beast remembered meeting him, and Angel has no memory of it, which seems odd because he remembers everything else that Angelus did. So definitely still a few pieces that don't really seem to fit, but I'm curious how they're going to try and find Angel's soul now. What's that going to look like? And we had that scene with Fred and Wesley when they kissed, and Wesley's not denying it. And I think previous season Wesley maybe would have been a bit more flustered and put up, I don't want to say a fight, but put up some chatter or something to try and talk his way out of it, but he just kind of stares at her like yes, this is how I feel, and you know, I'm not gonna deny it. And of course Gunn walking in the room, and he didn't see them kiss, but I feel like he definitely knew that something happened between them. And the three of them, you know, like the water's been boiling for a while. Gunn and Wesley have not been getting along, and obviously Fred is stuck in the middle of this. Wesley was the one who saved Fred from Angelus. You know, Gunn was obviously there, he was trying, but at the end of the day, Wesley is the one who stopped it, and I don't think Gunn appreciates that. I think he wants to be the one coming to Fred's rescue, obviously. And we know Wesley and Fred work well together. They're very, you know, academic, very intellectual, and that they, you know, can bounce ideas off each other and, you know, decipher these runes and like do all these things, whereas Gunn can't really contribute in that way. But I mean, we've known that since day one, and that didn't really seem to be why Fred chose Gunn. But I feel like maybe that's coming back to the surface now, and that's playing up in maybe some of Gunn's insecurities. And Gunn and Fred hadn't seen Angelus before, so I was worried. And obviously we saw that, you know, they kind of fell into Angelus's trap for a moment. But Connor's conversation with Angelus, where he says, you know, you're my real father, and even, you know, brings up this big speech that Angel gave that, you know, he's like, don't fall for it, like, know that I love you, and, you know, trying to really prep Connor as best as he can, because Connor hadn't met Angelus before. And when he was walking close to that cage, I was worried that he was going to let him out, that he was going to get close and Angelus was going to unalive him or something like that. So that's why my first thought was Connor was the one who took the soul, but he wasn't there when they hid it. As far as I remember, he was off patrolling and killing vampires, so how would he know where it's hidden? Which, yeah, brings up a lot more questions of who else would have taken it and why. So yeah, I'm very curious and worried to see where that's gonna go. Obviously they want Angel back as soon as possible. Everybody knows that Connor and Cordelia slept together now. Angelus, you know, they keep saying his truths and lies kind of mixed together, and he was singing that song about going into the woods tonight, which was super creepy. And Angelus kind of throwing it in Connor's face, being like, you're trying to kill your dad, you slept with, you know, your mother figure, basically, like, what is wrong with you, like, what are you doing? And but again, Angel warned Connor that this type of conversation was probably going to happen if you went down there, and Connor didn't really seem fazed by it. Connor definitely was upset when he saw that family, and, you know, Cordelia tries to comfort him by saying, you know, they kill vampires, they kill these supernatural things, but to see these people like that, and the fact they'd been there for days because there's no sun, and, you know, there's so much other chaos going on in the world that they'd kind of just got forgotten, which I think is what was like that sealed the deal for Connor, what made it so sad. And obviously there was, you know, this whole family was just completely gone. So, and of course that was going to be their next big lead, was, you know, to try and use these priestesses. And we did see Wesley looking for a sword in his, you know, reference books, because that's what Angelus had mentioned, and he obviously knew what Angel had seen in this, you know, alternate reality, but no luck with that. That would have been great if he would have been able to find it. So yeah, a great episode overall. I think the performances were really good. I'm very curious to find out where we're gonna go now. Hopefully they can find Angel's soul, bring him back, and try and figure out how to kill this beast, because obviously he's still out there, you know, causing destruction. But thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. He's so good at being such a jerk. Cheese and rice. How did we not see this coming, everybody? Come on. You had to send down the rookies. Yeah, exactly. He planted the little seeds in your brain. Oh! Making a lot of threats for a guy in a steel box. Cheese and rice. Who's wandering around with a soul? Just casual.